In Washington, the House is preparing to vote on a bill to officially ban Russian oil imports. President Biden calls the move a powerful blow to Vladimir Putin's war machine. But the ban is also expected to have a direct impact on the already skyrocketing gas prices here at home. Now, some Republican lawmakers are criticizing the Biden administration for not doing more to boost domestic oil production as the White House considers lifting oil sanctions on Venezuela to keep prices down. Meanwhile, some of the biggest and most iconic American companies are joining the growing list of businesses suspending operations in Russia. Let's bring in White House correspondent Mary Alice Parks and Yahoo Finance correspondent Alexis Christoforous for more on all of that. Mary Alice, I want to start with you because this Russian oil ban is expected to pass the House with broad bipartisan support. So what happens next?
Well, of course, there's companion legislation that's been introduced in the Senate. It also has bipartisan support led by two senators from energy-producing states, Joe Manchin of West Virginia and Lisa Murkowski of Alaska. So we have to see what this final package looks like that will likely get sent to the president's desk. But this is a big symbolic move. The Congress making sure to send a message to the rest of the world that this isn't just President Biden acting alone, but that he has the support of Congress and bipartisan support from lawmakers here in Washington.
And Alexis, Russia is heavily dependent on energy exports. Now, the U.S. doesn't take in a huge amount of those, but it's also not alone in this move. The U.K. announced that it would phase out buying Russian oil by the end of the year. So how much of this is about the move by the U.S., and how much of this is about trying to set a precedent for other countries to do the same?
I think, Diane, it's the latter. You know, we're only as strong as our collective voices. And so the hope here is that at some point, others will be able to join the U.S. In this fight in banning Russian oil. You know, just overnight, we saw U.S. gasoline prices hit a new all-time high of $4.27 a gallon. That already has a lot of consumers changing the way they're driving and spending their money. A lot of folks are saying they want to drive less, that they're thinking about discretionary spending, like taking trips. They may hold off on that next vacation. And even Uber drivers are saying they can no longer afford to work for Uber unless the company is going to start increasing amounts for passengers. And, you know, there is only so much, we keep talking about it, that President Biden can do here to help. And even yesterday, he admitted to reporters there's not much he can do. He had called the heads of Saudi Arabia and the UAE, two huge oil-producing countries. They refused to take his phone call. They did, however, take the phone call of President Putin. So we could be looking at a very fractured oil market here, Diane.
And Mary Alice, some Republicans are criticizing the Biden administration now for turning to countries like Venezuela and Saudi Arabia for oil, saying that the U.S. should have invested more in American energy. How's the White House responding to that?
Yeah, the White House is pushing back really hard on this, and it's not just Republicans that are criticizing the possibility, we should note. There were leading Democrats, too. Bob Menendez, the chair of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, he put out a scathing statement saying that if it is true, the White House is considering buying Venezuelan oil again, that yes, the extraordinary measures are needed in this time, but we cannot lose sight of our core principles, our basic values. So clearly the White House getting it from both sides, but the White House is pushing back. They're saying that the United States already is a net oil exporter, meaning it exports more oil than it imports, and that right now companies have leases that they're not using. They could drill more on American lands if they wanted.
All right, Alexis Christoforous, Mary Alice Parks, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.